An idea hit me late last night watching One Piece. Is it possible to watch every single anime ever made? And I'm not just talking about normal episodes, but movies, OVAs, specials, and promotional videos. Well, today I'm gonna find out if this is possible, and if so, how long will it take? Firstly, we need to figure out how many different anime are out there. And to get that number, I'm gonna go with how many anime are on my anime list as of March 2024, which is 26,417. There's definitely other stuff out there, but it's just so obscure at that point. The most accurate number we can get is based off the My Anime List database, because searching the entire web would be impossible. So 26,417 is what I'm going with. And that was step 1 of 4. Now it's time for the hardest step. Every anime is not the same length, obviously, so we had to sort this number into how many are normal anime, specials, and stuff like that. Obviously, this is going to have to be an estimate, but I'm going to try my best to get this as accurate as possible. So my anime list has a ranking board for each type we're counting. I'm starting off with movies first. When I started, I thought I would have to go through each page of 50 and multiply by the number of pages, which would take forever. But after getting to the end of all the pages, which took a lot of clicking, if you look at the URL, it says limit whatever number, and that number increases by 50 every time you click. So no need to do any math, the website keeps track of that for us. And I also just realized something, after doing all this work, you can literally just look at the ranking number. So yeah, that was a pretty smart move for me. But the last 100 anime or so don't have a ranking, so I had to count those up to make sure they all added up to 50. And after clicking, I reached the end of the movies list with a total of 4,514 movies. And for those of you wondering, the lowest rated movie on all of my anime list is Blue Seagull with 3.96 out of 10. And I watched it just because I was curious. It's about like some Chinese dynasty, and I don't know, it's weird. There's a lot of naked people. Okay, so next I'm counting up every OVA, and also found out today OVA stands for Original Video Animation. These are anime that were first released exclusively on a DVD, so basically it just didn't air on the networks. They're usually pretty short, or just have a non-canon expansion to a series. Basically just more content for the die-hard fans. And after clicking many times again, finding all kinds of weird obscure crap, and so much hentai, I finally reached the bottom. It felt like I'd just gone through hell, finding all these terrible anime, like Bad Ending and whatever this is. But I'm done with that now, and the total surprised me at 4,158 total OVAs. Not that far behind the movie category. And once again, the lowest ranked OVA was something super weird. Sui no Sora. After the death of a student, mysterious things start to happen around the school, and it seemingly falls into madness. And it's a hentai, so whatever that means, not too sure. Now it's time to move on to ONAs, and that stands for Original Net Animation. And this is any anime material released onto the internet, such as Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which was released on Netflix, or the famous Shanko Shan Zhangji Xiao Quan Wawa. Most of these you probably actually never heard of, even the stuff at the top of the list. I doubt there's not a lot of content really good in this category, but maybe I'm wrong. Comment down below if you'd like me to check out some of these animes at some point. But anyways, the ONAs add up to 3,475. The lowest one was Shuji Gyo, a comedy anime with a surprising 109 episodes. And it just all went to waste because it's the lowest rated. Alright, now all we have left are the specials and normal TV anime. Firstly, the specials. These are like a better version of the OVA. They're usually a canon expansion to a story, such as the Attack on Titan specials, which are part of the main story. And that was made into a special because it just wasn't enough content to make it into a full season. But the line between specials and OVAs are kind of blurry, so just remember specials are a lot more quality, and OVAs are just a bunch of bonus junk. The number of specials came out to 2,441, a smaller number than I thought, but the lowest ranked special was Shin Skyers 5X, and it's just unreleased episodes of the famous Shin Skyers 5. Yeah, I'm just joking, but this series is actually pretty unknown with around 692 members on the website. So now let's add up all our numbers. 4,514 for movies, 4,158 OVAs, 3,475 ONAs, and finally 2,441 specials. This number adds up to 14,588. And if we subtract that from our original number, which is 26,000 whatever, that's 11,829. which should be all full TV anime. So I double checked this category, and it surprisingly came out to 7,772. So now I'm confused. We have 4,047 lost anime somewhere that I gotta figure out. We're still missing a huge chunk, but after some looking around the site, I found every different type of Japanese animation on the advanced search. So things that don't come up on the surface web of this website, I guess. So things like music, promotional videos, commercials, stuff like that. And I'm gonna count all of these up and I'll get back to you when I'm done. Alright, so I figured out the music anime list had 3,339, leaving 699 to commercials and promotional videos. So let's finally add everything up. We got all our numbers right here. Boom, add them all together. That leaves 26,408 anime. Finally, we are done with step 2. 50% done, guys. Step 3 is to guesstimate the length it would take to watch each category one by one. To do that, I'm going to click through 100 random anime in each list and write down the time it would take to watch each one. And then find the average with that math thing you learned in school, you know, where you add them all up and then divide by the number. So I'd add up all the times and then divide by 100 to find the average. I realize some anime are way longer than the others, but this is probably the most accurate and efficient way to figure this out. Firstly, I'm going to start off with the normal TV anime. Right off the bat, I'm going to add the big 3 to our data set, since these are for sure going to affect our average. Naruto or Trash Ninja Show comes out to 240 hours, given that each episode is around 20 minutes. Bleach is 122 hours, and the biggest boy One Piece is 365 hours. So with those 3 alone, we're already up to 727 hours, or 30 days straight. This ain't looking so good. Now it's time to find out the times of 97 other random anime. And I grouped together the 12 and 24 episode anime, since those are going to be the same times. There was 46 12 episode anime for a total of 202.4 hours. And then there's 34 24 episode anime at 299.2 hours. And then here are all the other times that I found. Adding all this up and dividing comes out to 6.9 hours, but let's just round it up and say 7. That's around 19 episodes if each episode is 22 minutes. And then 7 hours times the total number of TV anime is 7,782, which is 54,474 hours. That's 2,269.75 days straight, or 6.1 years. So now I have to repeat this whole process for every category. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, so an easy one is commercials. I'm gonna say 1.5 minutes on average, so that's 17.4 hours. Alright, now on to the movie category. 84 out of the 100 movies were either 1 hour and 25 minutes to 1 hour and 35 minutes. So I just grouped all of these together to be 1.5 hour movies. The other 22 were widely different in lengths. Movies like Garden of Words at 46 minutes, In This Corner of the World with a shocking 2 hours and 36 minutes, and The Disappearance of Harui with 2 hours and 42 minutes. And here are all the other times for the movie category. Average movie length came out to be 1 hour and 43 minutes, so times that by 4,514 is 464,942 minutes. Or just 322 days, which isn't as bad as the TV anime category. And in all honesty, what's another 322 days straight of watching? Specials are up next, which are usually similar length to movies, but sometimes have multiple episodes. For example, the Attack on Titan special, which has 2 parts, each 1 hour and 12 minutes, so 2 hours and 24 minutes total. Or Bacano, which has 3 28-minute specials. So the times in this category are going to vary a lot. I did find around 50 or so that were 30 minutes each. And boom, here are all the individual times if you're curious. While I was writing all of these down, I noticed so many of these were either ecchi or just straight, you know what. I mean, I guess that's what you're paying for when you watch the bonus content. I just think it's kind of outrageous how common this is. Some good and wholesome specials I'd recommend is the Fruits of Grisasia specials and Senran Kagura specials. Perfect to watch with your grandparents. So, you know, just watch and let me know what you think. On to the math, the average length was 37 minutes long, so let's multiply that by all the specials. That comes out to 90,317 minutes, 1,505 hours, or 62.7 days. Our total time is now up to 63,650 hours. Let's keep going. Next up are the OVAs. These are usually around 1 to 3 episodes, but boy, I was not ready for this. Ginga EU Densetsu is 110 episodes, and at that point, why not just make it its own standalone TV anime? These aren't even little 3-minute episodes either. These are 26 minutes long. Absolutely mad, as the British people would say. But other than those weird OVAs, these are generally around 23 minutes of content total. But here are all the individual times for the nerds in the comments over analyzing my video. Also want to point out some funny ones I found. Kyokara Orewa is 7 hours and 5 minutes total, and each episode is 43 minutes long. I don't really know why I wanted to mention this, it was just kind of shocking to me. Next is Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon Memorial, 7 hours and 30 minutes. 1 hour 30-minute episodes each, and there's 5 episodes, so that's like 5 movies into 1 OVA. And then finally, The Cockpit, because it's a funny name, haha. Alright, and adding all of this up, which is so stressful because if you mess up one number on the stupid calculator I'm using, you have to start all the way over. After adding up all the digits, we got 8,402 minutes divided by 100, which is 84 minutes or 1 hour and 24 minutes. And then times that average by 4,158 OVAs is 5,821 hours, or 242 and a half days. This was a much larger number than I expected, but after looking through the list, I realized just how many of these OVAs have episodes that are well over 30 minutes. And now for the last category, but before the final boss, of course, the music category. So yeah, ONAs is the second to last category, so here are all the times now. Isn't this nice to put all the individual times all like neatly on the video for you, when in reality it's been around 40 minutes finding all the times, but whatever, it's all for you guys. And over 70 of the 100 were 12 episodes, so around 4 hours and 30 minutes. This category was all over the place. The anime was either 5 minutes with 2 episodes, or holy crap, 79 hours with 237 episodes. Craziest part is this is season 2 of this anime, and there's even a season 3. This anime is actually probably past One Piece. The average time came out to 6.9 hours, so let's just round up to 7 hours, and times that by 3,475 ONAs, and that comes out to a small 1,013 hours. Now for the last one, the music category. This is the most difficult because there's not an actual category, and I'm just pretty much guessing. I already figured out there are 3,339 anime music things, but the problem is I can't find the average. I looked a lot, I promise. I'm just gonna cheat and go to Google for the average song length, which is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So let's just multiply that average by all the music, and that becomes 11,686.5 minutes, or a 195 hour playlist. Honestly, a drop in the bucket on our watching journey. And let's go, I'm done. I'm finally done with step 3. And now for the final and most satisfying step, step 4, adding everything up. It's time for the home stretch. TV anime was 54,474 hours. Movies was 7,749 hours. Specials was 1,505 hours. OVAs was 5,821 hours. ONAs was 1,013 hours. Commercials was 17.4 hours. And finally, music was 195 hours. Our grand total to watch every single anime ever made is 70,774.4 hours, or 2,949 days, or 8.08 years. Alright, now how realistic is this? Well, nobody's going to be able to sit there and watch for this long, obviously, so let's account for eating and sleeping only, because let's assume you're living off your parents' money and you're able to do all of this. Well, 24 hours in a day, minus 8 for sleeping, and 2 for eating, leaves 14 hours to watch anime. And with those parameters, it would end up taking 5,055 days, or 13.85 years to complete this challenge, which is insane, but it might be kind of possible. And that is how long it would take to watch every single anime ever made. I will be attempting this challenge for my next video, so subscribe for that, and I'll be watching for 13 years straight. So look out for that masterpiece of a video. It'll be out pretty soon. Feel free to like and comment some more video ideas. I read almost every comment. Thanks for watching as always, and I love you guys.